Hello, this is Kev, and this is BMBBH. Here to bring you some news. Unfortunately, all news isn't good news. The I am sad to report that the remains of missing 19-year-old college student Aniah Blanchard have been found. What I have for you is a clip of a news report where the investigating officers explain everything in detail. Just tune in for a second and I'll come back with my thoughts, and that'll be it.
Breaking now from WSFA 12 News. This is breaking news.
Hello, everyone. I'm Valerie Lawson along with John O'Connor, and we are breaking into programming to get an update on the Aniah Blanchard case.
As we know, some remains were found there in Shorter in Macon County on Monday, and authorities have strong evidence to believe that they are indeed those of Aniah Blanchard. They are waiting for forensic testings to confirm that. As we know now, there are 3 people under the arrest, and we are anticipating hearing from the police here what's going on.
And we want to go ahead and toss to that news conference.
All right, after previous searches of dozens of areas by the Auburn Police and Fire Division, assisted by the Alabama Law Enforcement Agency's SBI unit, a team of anthropologists from Florida Gulf Coast University, the Alabama Department of Forensic Science, the Macon County Sheriff's Office, as well as over 100 first responders from throughout the area. We've been examining, as you all know, an area here in Shorter, Alabama, off of County Road 2, from remains that were found earlier in the week. The remains were believed initially to be that of Aniah Blanchard, who was reported missing on October the 24th. It is with heavy heart that we so confirm today that the remains are, in fact, of Aniah Blanchard. We just received that confirmation. At this point, the case obviously will move forward as a homicide investigation at this point. And as you would expect, additional charges would be forthcoming. Those working over a month and assisting the Auburn Police Division in this investigation include, but are not limited to, the Lee County District Attorney, Brandon Hughes, and his staff, the U.S. Marshal Service, who tracked and took into custody several individuals, including going to the state of Florida to do so, the Federal Bureau of Investigation, Alabama Law Enforcement Agency's aircraft and personnel, who brought in this team from Florida to help with this anthropology, the Montgomery Police Department, Central Alabama Crime Stoppers, Montgomery County Sheriff's Office, Macon County Sheriff's Office, Auburn Opelika Police Department, Lee County Sheriff's Office, the Alabama Infusion Center, the Alabama Department of Forensic Sciences, U.S. Department of Homeland Security, as well as I said before, the Florida Gulf Coast University Department of Justice, their forensic anthropology team that came in and assisted the Department of Forensic Science in confirming again that these are Aniah Blanchard's remains.
While this certainly does not bring comfort or closure to Aniah Blanchard's family, does it provide any relief that you are able to provide them with some answers?
Well, that would have been the worst scenario, is that we would not be able to find and give the answers to this family. We have spoken with the family. Obviously, they're heartbroken, but at least they can now begin to deal with this and move forward and plan for dealing with it.
You said additional upgraded charges are expected. District Attorney Hughes, can you speak to what those charges might be?
Obviously, now that we have a death, what we're still waiting on is confirmation from the medical examiner's office as far as a cause of death and a manner of death. Obviously, at that time, our focus to this point has been finding Aniah and recovering her remains and getting her identified. Now that we have that process done, we'll sit down and we'll talk through, Chief Register and I, on what the next and appropriate charges will be.
There's a large search crew out there. This search continues. We saw lights come in. Are you still going to be out here, and for how long?
We will be here until the job is done, and we definitely will be here the remainder of today, and hoping that the progress will be as such where we could get this wrapped up within a day or two. But we still are having 75 to 100 people that are here from all of the agencies we listed. And again, the team that the Alabama Law Enforcement Agency flew in here from Florida to help with this, just to make sure that we cover all the bases for this case.
How long do you expect to be out there? I know you say until the job is done, but how long do you expect that to take?
Surely we'll be here into the night, and we'll have to see after that.
Just a fact about this case. There's a possibility that she could be alive today. There was a witness to the kidnapping, but his wife told him not to get involved. Now, we know what we call those kind of guys. I mean, but that does sound kind of henpecked. I mean, whether she was concerned for your safety or not. So, since men are supposed to lead, then that means that it's possibly your fault she's dead. But I don't really like to roll or co-sign to that, because to me, it's always going to be the fault of the killer, not some ghost. Not somebody that could have did something about it, but the killers. The killers did not have to kill her. She is also the stepdaughter of Walt Harris, a UFC fighter, who put up a cash reward for anyone who's able to find her. And he was hoping that he would find her alive and well. So that's got to be tough. I mean, it really, really does. And seeing that I'm a father of a daughter, I couldn't even begin to imagine. So my condolences to the family. Also, these are the 3 suspects who were arrested in connection with this poor young girl's death. From left to right, Ibrahim Yazid and Antoine Squirmy Fisher. They were charged with the murder. David Johnson Jr., which I believe is the father of Fisher, is charged with hindering prosecution, basically, misleading them, not, being an accessory. So here's in hopes that these guys are punished to the fullest extent of the law. Yeah, I hate dudes like this. They so big, bad, and tough. Let the prison deal with them. I mean, I'm not wishing for mercy on these guys. Hell, they didn't show her any mercy. So fuck them. Sorry, basically. This is sad when, also, without making this too political, it's real sad when, it's us that takes these women's lives. Really, it's just like, who's raising these guys? Like, seriously, what kind of backgrounds are they coming from? And I mean, people like to use the mental ill excuse, but I can't. When they already done something, I just throw them away. Period. And I mean, despite their horrible, bad upbringings, whatever mental illness they have, it's just this stupid stuff like this impacts, people just trying to hit the prime of their lives. And unfortunately, Aniah Blanchard will never see another day again, for whatever reason. I'm sure that there'll be more details to come as far as the cause of her death. But just one thing I'm really hoping for, that justice is swift and appropriate for those 3 monsters. Rest in peace, Aniah Blanchard. Rest in peace. This is Kev. This is BMBBH. Please subscribe. If anything pops up, I'll be one of the first to let y'all know. Goodbye for now.